in my life. Okay, it took forever to connect. Sorry, guys. Sorry, it looks like a minute is almost up. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, as I get the cards ready, if y'all could please go ahead and subscribe, turn on that notification bell, select the all if you feel like it, and subscribe. All right. So this reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Also for people who might not have any Pisces in their chart, might not be dealing with a Pisces, but somehow find your way onto this video and are suddenly resonating hardcore. So let's see. Mhm. All right, Pisces, I was told that I should go live. In addition to me knowing that I'm supposed to go live every day, I was instructed to come live as well. And the thing that kind of struck me, usually when I'm told to go live, I'll ask Soul, like, okay, well, what's the message going to be? So I could put something about it in the title. I was asked, are you mad yet? Are we mad yet? I don't know what we're supposed to be mad about, but are we mad yet? And whatever it is, sorry for that noise. Whatever it is it worth being mad? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I don't know. First, we got to figure out what the heck we're mad about. So, let us finish pulling cards and figure this stuff out. Yeah, no, we definitely have to figure this out because I do sense energy that's increasing in its like disharmonic intensity. I don't know if that makes sense. It's almost like tension is building, and I don't really know why. It's almost like tension is building. I don't believe it has to do with me personally. It doesn't feel like it's inside my space. It feels like something going on outside of the space of my personal auric field. Uh-oh. I say oh because of the fact that I was wide awake. I just had a ton of coffee. Granted, I didn't sleep last night. I literally have not slept yet. But the feeling is suddenly like, oh, just end the live, don't do the reading. That tells me there's some dark shit going on. Okay. And considering, I mean, how have people been acting in your environment towards you lately? Does it seem like random people who you would have never assumed would behave weirdly or aggressively towards you are suddenly behaving that way? It's been a couple of days already, and I've just been quietly observing some. I don't know. I keep getting missed with the bullshit. It's like this quiet observation of, oh, ooh, what the hell happened there? That's it. That's it. That's it. This is about all of the things that are being done, whether you notice it or not, all these things that are being done to try and prevent you from your growth, try and prevent you from like becoming comfortable with accessing and sharing deeper levels of your own truth. Here it is. All right. All right. Final deck. All right. Oh, and for the people who were super wondering, they weren't able to be present during the Blu-ray energy update from the other day. I've made that video public again. If you're drawn to watch it, go ahead and watch it. All right. So, first off, card number 5, follow your own rhythm. You know, you have to allow yourself to dance to the song of your own heart. You have to stop with this trying to please other people, trying to tiptoe around and make sure you stay in your own lane. Because honestly, no matter how much you stay in your own lane, people will figure out a way to either involve you in drama, say you're the reason there's drama. Um, I I get this a lot. Like I get this a lot. It doesn't matter how much you cut yourself off from other people. When other people have the intention of, portraying you a certain way, they will do it regardless of your participation or not. Now, when you participate, it makes it a lot easier for them to do it. When you simply own your truth, release your truth, and let people decide what the heck they're going to do with that, it makes it a lot harder. Okay. It makes it a lot harder for them to continue the drama. So card number 34, Ubuntu, compassion for others. Compassion for others does not include blinding yourself to their chosen behaviors, their chosen responses, reactions, lack thereof. Just yeah, no, you're not here to take on everyone else's pain. The people who are expecting you to take on their pain, the people who are upset that you're not giving enough, as someone who is a consistent giver, you need to be okay with letting them be pissed off. Like I consistently give. Most of my giving is not done publicly, is not shown or even shared, spoken about in live streams. It's something I do very, very privately. And there's going to come a point where I know I'm going to have to be like, I'm sorry, I can't give anymore. Whether I don't want to or I'm not able to, it's really irrelevant. When I say that I'm not, that I can't, then whoever is hearing that needs to respect it. So, as Pisceans, the problem is that we can be saying this, or someone can be pointing it out, like we're giving way too much. And then we go ahead and try and force ourselves to give some more. We have to stop doing that because that creates it creates sort of like I guess a precedence where you're establishing the type of connection you have, the dynamics in your connection. And if you're going to allow people to do that kind of stuff, then I mean, can you really be angry that they're doing that kind of stuff? Not really. So card number 33, blossoming. You're in the process of blossoming. Typically, when you're in the active process of blossoming, there will be a heightened attempt. There will be heightened levels of interest in attempting to derail you, in trying to engage you in nonsensical drama that really is non existent. It's non existent. Um, I find that Pisceans, even the balanced ones, we have a tendency to have people in our lives who really, really try and deliver on the drama, like, regularly. Nope. No. We also have a habit of volunteering ourselves to fix whatever drama there is, even if it has nothing to do with us. So we're gonna have to shift that. We're gonna have to make sure we begin operating in a different manner, because if we don't, I mean, then what happens? Nothing. It's the same thing over and over. There's no healing that occurs. There's nothing. It's just like one big Groundhog's Day. You know that movie Groundhog's Day, where it was just the same thing over and over. It's just like that. Um. Oh. So these two cards together, at your core, you are a rose. Deep in your core, you are a rose. You have the beautiful balance between the soft petals and the hard thorns. So we had the core card and card number 9, Rose Garden. You have all these different stages already on you. You have it within your grasp. It's almost like there's this part of us that knows we've already become a butterfly, but instead of trying to fly, trying to use your wings, you are clinging to this concept of who you were as a caterpillar. Because, I mean, let's be honest, that is a much easier stage of your development. As a butterfly, you're going to be flying to different flowers, possibly even long distances, and it's going to very much challenge you. It's going to push you to the outer boundaries of your comfort zone, and that's kind of what you need. Being pushed to the just slightly beyond the outside of your boundary, so that you have an opportunity to stretch, amplify, and um, allow your consciousness to expand. Card number 39, success. Congratulations, you've already succeeded. You've already succeeded. These people, whoever it is that are trying to infiltrate your space, they're trying to get some sort of foothold um in your life, probably for nefarious reason. Um you've already you have already survived that. You have successfully navigated through that, and it's just a matter of allowing your mind to catch up with your spiritual state. So, hmm. Card number 44, visions of life beyond death. Pisces, be ready. I think what's happening is you're being primed for another major ascension cycle. Um, it's almost this sense of, I'm wondering if a Trojan is going to be used as the impetus, something that they do. I mean, this just happened to me this morning. A Trojan was utilized to get me to just own my truth that at one point I was an empress and Blu rays protected me, like in physical form. Um, it's visions of life beyond death, the death of this current version of you, not an actual physiological death, but the death of the parts of you that are totally resistant, fighting, holding some sort of rebellion against your own process. That needs to go. It needs to go. So you're probably going to be blind to this process until you close your eyes and stop trying to bring to fruition these types of visions or assumptions that you have. Close your eyes and allow that spiritual death to lead you to that spiritual guidance, that compass rose, taking you through a period of dark night of the soul, taking you through that yin lunar energy. um, with that, you definitely will have an activation. um, it might be an activation of your ability to self actualize, self realize. It might be something on a even more spiritual, like elevated spiritual level. It might have to do with energy and gifts. We just don't know. You get messages from your soul, and then you have this peacock. I think this peacock is representative of you, having no shame of who you are, having no shame if you finally get to a point where you recognize you're the fucking bomb, where you're amazing, you're of elevated importance. There's nothing wrong with recognizing these things. There really isn't. Recognizing a truth regarding your greatness is not the same as trying to amplify what limited greatness you have. Recognition is not an ego problem. The amplification of things that aren't really, I mean, grasping at straws and trying to be something that you're not, trying to like, oh, I'm amazing, knowing you're not an amazing person, knowing that there's so many things that you need to work on within yourself. And so now you're having to externalize this to try and convince whoever's in your environment, and in that convincing them, then it kind of gives you more credibility. Or I mean, I don't know. I don't know how this process goes, but I'm kind of like just trying to follow logic. Like, why would we do that? um because we're shamed. You're shamed for being great. You're shamed for not. You're shamed for knowing your worth. You're shamed for not. So what are you left to do? Just fucking be yourself. Just be yourself. Like I said, even if you stay in your own lane, when the demon whores come knocking, they don't care what door answers. They really don't. They'll have something to say about you regardless of how much time they spent with you, didn't spend with you, whatever it is. That's just how demon whores function. Trojans, demon whores, same thing. So many people watching you. So many people watching you, and those who would celebrate your demise, those who would celebrate some sort of decrease in your social stock. I don't know if these that sounds so dramatic. Those who would celebrate a decrease in other people's sense of value for you, they're watching. They're watching. They're watching and they're waiting. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I ain't going to do shit but do my work and hang out with my kids. Own my truth. It's hard for people to knock you down when you don't put yourself on a pedestal. They can't knock you down from off your pedestal if you're not on a pedestal. And Michael wants me to share this. It's this sense of, although I will regularly encounter people who will want to put me on a pedestal, that's fine. You do whatever you want to do. But no, when I'm all alone on my own, I deconstruct that pedestal and I burn up the wood as my fuel for my rise. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. What matters is what you're doing in response to what they're doing. So you can't be like, well, but people keep putting me on a pedestal. It's not my fault that I got like so distorted in my sense of self. Well, you don't have to stay on that pedestal. I mean, you're not duct taped to it. You're not shackled to it. You could easily climb down, you know? And this isn't about trying to make yourself less than you actually are. This is about recognizing, even without the pedestal, I stand in my greatness. And anyone who witnesses me, without the pedestal, without them acknowledging it, they too see the greatness that I am. Not the greatness that I'm trying to become, the greatness that I am, even without my cognitive knowing, my conscious knowing that I am great. It does not take away from the fact that I come from greatness and made of greatness, and I'm returning back to an elevated state of greatness. Same applies for you guys. Same applies for you guys. Whether you recognize it or not, other people are watching. Because remember, they're watching. They're watching you because they recognize you. Even though you don't recognize yourself, they recognize you. And what are you going to do with that? Do you need to do something with that? Or do you just need to allow yourself to be aware of it and keep moving? I mean, me personally, do I need to do something with that? No. The reason I have elevated greatness is because I have a lot of work to do in this life, and it just makes it easier. It facilitates the completion of the work that I need to do. It has nothing to do with anyone else. And when you continue to exist in a state of comparison, then that's an issue. It's not an issue because I recognize my greatness. It's an issue because you covet the greatness that you're witnessing within me, failing to realize you have your own greatness. Is that my problem? Is that your problem? Is that a problem? No. It's just something that needs recognition and then continue on. So, card number 4, doable. The key is within your grasp. It's within your grasp. It's like these huge walls have been erected and you have put an official face on those walls to let people know this is your wall. This is your identity. I am my wall. You cannot get in. And to a certain degree, that's okay. To a certain degree, that's actually beneficial for you because not everyone should have access to you, regardless of what they think they should have. You get the final say. Okay. In other ways, it's not good because if you exist within those walls for too long, when you continue to build thicker and taller walls and layer after layer of wall after wall, that then becomes a prison. So you have to be very aware of what it is you're doing. Okay. You have to be very aware of that. Card number 40, darkness. Hmm. It's through this period of darkness. Because remember, yin lunar energy is dark energy. It's through that. This has to do with the equinox. So there's going to be a pretty significant event. I think September 22nd is when it is. Um, I don't know. It takes you to a place that's obscured. It's obscured. Where are you going? I think maybe what ends up happening is each of us will decide what's behind that fog. Whatever you choose for yourself is what you will have. And if what you're choosing is um, something that will help you to understand to a much higher degree your worth, um, that's a beautiful thing. Now, if you're going to use this opportunity to fixate on all the negative things of life, all the ways in which you've been disappointed, betrayed, and all these negative things that people can experience during an average lifespan, um, that's probably what's going to be waiting for you on the other side of that path. Okay. Alchemy. You have to allow your truth to burn up any distortions. Okay. You have to allow this truth to be something. Oh, Lord. What are you injecting into your core? That's your hand on your core. That's your hand on your core. What is that? What are you birthing? See, look. See the colors? It's the same as right here. That's your sacral. Oops. That's your sacral. What are you birthing? Are you birthing beneficial darkness or detrimental? Because darkness is not intrinsically evil. Evil is a human concept. Shit. This makes me so sleepy. Card number 52, Sea Witch. This card, typically for me, the energy of this represents maliciousness, intentional maliciousness. And like she's paralyzed the fish. So it's kind of like narcissism um, and flying monkeys. So this, the gossip mill. Like it's a fan, it's a windmill, it's a fan, it's a windmill. Whatever it is, I think of a gossip mill. Like someone is intentionally attempting to create more havoc for you. Um for me personally, I mean, you can try and create as much havoc as you want, but the bottom line is this, I'm not there with you. I'm just not. I've left that space. Whatever space we once um cohabitated, cohabited, I'm sleepy, guys. I'm sleepy. Whatever space we once shared, I've left that space. I've left that space. So, I mean, you can fill it up with as much toxicity as you want. That's your mind. That's your field. I'm not there with you. I choose not to be. I choose not to be. And you have to be okay with that. Just like I have to be okay with the fact that you choose to stay there. It seems like this is coming from a place of toxicity, a place of toxicity. And that's because they're lusting after something. Card number 24, lust. They want something you have. It's almost like maybe maybe your masculine attributes, maybe um Someone's lusting after you. It's not necessarily the opposite sex or whatever your sexual preference is. Someone is lusting after you. Um, I might even go so far as to say they're not necessarily lusting after you. They're lusting after your ability, your potential, all of these beautiful things that they see within you, but they are too insecure to recognize within themselves. Y'all, I'm not going to have any more apologies for messages coming out the way they come out. This is how I read. This is how I express myself. These are the messages that come in. This is their problem, not yours. Their problem, not yours. They want something you have because they lack appreciation for themselves. All right. Card number 37, focus on the light. So this card is a double-edged sword. Focus on the light to a certain degree. Okay. Notice how the light is not overpowering anything in the picture. It's a component of the picture. Your light is nothing more than a component of your totality. It is not your totality. You have to allow yourself to juxtapose your light and your darkness side by side, put them together. Let each give the other meaning. Let each better to let each assist you in better redefining what the other is. Okay. There will be those who will, for some of us, be our sunflower. Sunflowers, when the sun is not shining, the sunflowers turn and face each other. For some of us, these are fake flowers. You can buy them at Walmart for a bunch for pretty cheap. They're fake. You don't have to water them. You don't have to do anything. They're plastic. They're fake. So be careful of who you label as your sunflower. Okay. I think part of the lesson here has a lot to do with not just recognition, um, but heavily on discernment. What do people want from you? Why are they around? And it kind of honestly kind of hurts my heart to even ask that question because that's something that I've struggled through for so long. And I'm not really struggling through it anymore. Um, the people who mean the world to me, I have no questions as to why they're my friends. Because they're here to remind me that I deserve that kind of camaraderie and friendship. There's no like, oh, what can I get from her? Oh, there's nothing like that. Um, I know for many of us, there's very much like that, because when you're a giver, when you consistently overgive, which I think many of us that join me have that struggle. And that's why you resonate so deeply with the things that I say. Cause it's like the things that I say in defiance to social conditioning and pressuring. Um, it's almost like I'm giving you permission to give yourself permission to just be. Fuck what everyone else thinks. Seriously. Let everyone talk their shit. Fuck what they say. You don't have time for that. If you have time to become overly upset and overly concerned with how other people view you, that means you're not spending enough time working on yourself. It's the truth. It's the truth. So, okay. This reads almost like a sentence. Perfect acceptance helps to give nourishment, which then leads to productivity. You and your inner child must come out to play. The fields are ripe, the grass is long. It's time to enjoy the bounty of your harvest. You have worked so hard growing these things within yourself. So hard. Don't let the shame that other people affix onto you. This is not your shame. This is not your guilt. There is no reason for you to shrink yourself just to fit in. No reason for that. There's no need for that. So, let's see. Card number 34, Abracadabra. This is a card where one day Michael reminded me it's not enough to simply remember you are made of stars. The time has come for you to take your place among them. Okay? You're here for so much more than what you choose to believe you're here for. You're not here just to find some other half that's supposed to be like your partner. And no, it's nice that if you can have that, but for some, that's not a part of your journey. And unless you know exactly what needs to be a part of your journey, you probably should leave yourself open to having the things placed in your open hand, placing things in your hand, creation, bringing things to you instead of being so afraid and just grabbing on, holding on, and holding on. Whenever you hold something, your hand is closed. It closes around whatever it is you're fixating on. So, what if you've identified the wrong person as your divine whatever? Your hand is closed. What if the right person comes along? Nothing. Nothing happens because your hand is closed. You've rejected that opportunity to connect on a truly deep level. Okay. So, again, the moon. There's something, I don't, does anyone know when the next full moon is? Let me see. I don't know when the next full moon is, but it seems like there's some stuff that's going to happen. I don't necessarily feel that whatever's going to happen is like super bad. Um, it's just an elevated sense of something elevated. Um, thank you, local pop. Um, I don't see myself as a teacher. We're just homies sharing space. I should just leave it as thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you for seeing me in a way that I'm still unable to see myself. All right. Here we go. Ooh. This card. All right. Here we go. Talisman of potency. Charging sacred objects of power. Sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and intention, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter, and learning to bring physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as a part of your spiritual practice. Your love for the physical world of matter is a gift to the earth, too. You are guided to cleanse and charge sacred objects to empower your energy field and accomplish your spiritual mission now. Something that you have, whether it be a letter, an online message, a physical object like a gift, um, possibly something that's been buried outside of, just right outside of your house, something that was accidentally left in your car, something of yours that was handled. There's there I get like a really sickening feeling. Um, Pisces, I didn't see it like this until right now. We're being targeted intentionally. Something malicious. I don't necessarily feel like it's a human being. I feel like there's something that's using human beings in your circle, in your sacred space, using human beings probably through online stuff. Um, hmm. It's almost like such a hyperfixation on you. I don't think it's just coming from one person either. Hmm. I just heard gauntlet. I mean, that was a game. What the fuck does that mean? Hold on. Define gauntlet. All right. An armored glove is worn by a medieval knight. To run the gauntlet is to take part in a form of corporal punishment in which the party judged guilty is forced to run between two rows of soldiers who strike out. These motherfuckers, if y'all think I'm gonna run a gauntlet, I will burn that shit down before you ever shove me into it. They want war? Michael, you better show me a better freaking um undergo the military punishment of receiving blows while running between two rows of men with sticks. A glove, a challenge. Mm. Mm. Let me see. These objects may be a wand, a chalice or sword, a bowl, or even a special um, tile with an image that you love, a statue, cloth with beautiful designs, a natural crystal, or a black mirror, or a rock, shell, or feather you found waiting for you while out in nature one day. If finding a gift in nature, it's wise to ask this. Ah, this oracle is seeking to draw your awareness to your special ability to work with material objects to awaken spiritual light within them. So, I'm wondering if part of this whole gauntlet thing has to do with a challenge. Um, I feel like whatever you normally do in response to challenge, in response to threats, I think that has to be changed for some reason. Um, some of the most powerful magic is chaos magic. You know why? You can't predetermine how chaos will react to any given stimulus. So, I really I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what this means. I need further clarity. Trying to make sense of it, but it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay. I think this is how they see you. I think they see you as King of Cups and Queen of Wands, gentle, emotional, shy, positive, um, and outspoken. Like the only things that you can speak are nothing but this sense of positivity, like, oh, high vibes only. I think a lot of people have that assumption about Pisceans. I think a lot of people do. Yeah, no, I'm able to just speak things the way they are as I perceive them to be, I mean. So, let's see. Page of Cups in reverse, deviation, susceptibility, temporary distraction, seduction, a flatterer. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. It might be that they are trying to emulate this type of energy to catch you unaware. Okay? Don't fall for that. Most spiritual people would tell you, you have to learn to trust. And no, no, I'm not going to bullshit with you. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to bullshit with you. Um, Trust is something people have to earn, and it takes time to earn that. We do not just blindly trust complete strangers because namaste, love, and light. I don't think so. That is a recipe for you to be harmed financially, socially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I don't think so. I spent 18 months of my life learning this lesson. You know what the lesson was? To drop my bullshit belief that I am somehow a bad person and don't deserve to be loved because I find it very, very difficult to trust people. Well, guess what? You have to earn that shit. And even after you earn it, I'm still going to question you. And I will continue to question you until I have no more questions in my heart or my mind. And at that point, you have proven to me I no longer need to question you. And if that's something that the people in your life can't understand, like, oh, why don't you trust me? Well, shit, why are you trying to force me to trust you? Why are you trying to force it? I mean, what have you actually done to earn that trust? Would just be here? I mean, warts are just there. Herpes is just there. All sorts of sexually transmitted diseases, yeast infections are just there. I mean, these are all like seriously nasty things. Oh, but you should trust it because it's there. No, I no longer have any apologies for having very deeply rooted trust issues because I recognize now the people who deserve my trust, they're still around and they've never done anything for me to feel the need to wonder if I'm crazy for not trusting them. Just plain and simple. Plain and simple. So the sun card, happiness and bright prospects. Hmm. But then you also have the 3 of cups, but I don't get a good feeling from the 3 of cups. Excuse me. I don't know. So I can be honest with myself and question when my inability to trust is more on the unbalanced, um, somewhat detrimental side, and when it's something that, okay, no, I need to question you still. So right now, I don't know if it's my like paranoia that's causing me to feel like this is not a good card. It's supposed to be a celebration. It's supposed to be bright happenings. It's supposed to be a lot of amazing things. Supposed to be, supposed to be, is supposed to be. All right. These are the cards that pooped out. They pooped out. All right. Devil in reverse. Yeah. It's this sense that everything kind of has to be turned upside down before you're released from your own, the bondage that you created for yourself. That's going to be hard for some people to accept, you know? Um, it's just that's going to be hard for some people to accept, and that's okay. That's okay. So let's see. Page of Swords in reverse. An imposter revealed. Illness is also possible. Powerlessness in the face of stronger forces. Lack of preparation. It's this whole upside down scenario. Oh, what? Wait. Imposter revealed. There you go. There you go. That's what I was feeling with this. Y'all, just because someone's nice to you, just because someone in the spiritual community, someone online calls you sister, that's such a generic term. That is such a generic term. Such a generic term. That's like me saying, "Hey, homie." Oh my gosh, you called me homie. That means we have a connection. No, homie is a generic term. And keep in mind, when people refer to you as their siblings, until you really have developed that deep bond that makes them, a friend, not just a friend, but family, where they've graduated from friend status into family status. Remember this. It's more common than not for siblings to hate each other. That's just human function. It's just human function. Let me just break it on down for you. Okay. How many of you have an older sibling who you felt was just so mean to you for no reason? How many of you have a younger sibling who is just so annoying, always getting you in trouble? And just think on that. Okay. Just think on that. You have an imposter in your midst. They coming in with these sunflower antics. Look, I'm just like you, Emmie. I'm just like you. Look at this. You have sunflowers in your hair. They decided to wear sunflowers in their hair. That's not you. That's not you. This child is blonde. This lady has dark hair. That's not you. Okay. This is an imposter. Someone, probably an organic portal, is needing you to continue to feed them with ideas, inspiration, energy, consciousness, to give them some sense of elevated spirituality. So, Two of Swords in reverse, duplicity, misrepresentation, treachery, false friends, lies. These bitches, these hoes ain't loyal. Y'all, they try in Pisces. They are trying Pisces to such another degree. They're trying you. Don't play yourself, Pisces. Do not play yourselves. Do not allow yourself to be shamed by these trick ass hoes. I'm just trying to use vernacular of the people. I don't really think anyone's a hoe. Okay. Five of Pentacles in reverse, reversal of bad trend, new interest in matters, overcoming ruin, disharmony in marriage or love interest. Which one is this? I kind of felt more drawn to new interest in matters. And immediately I thought, oh, these bitches, they coming back for round two because they didn't get the kind of response that they wanted, because they recognize they need you more than you need them. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. You didn't realize that you were behaving like a parasite? Parasites can't make up behavior. They can only amplify what's already there. The parasite didn't turn you into a grotchki bitch. It just encouraged you to let that aspect of yourself out. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking about the person, whoever this is, that's trying to front like, they care about you, they love you. I'm always like, there's this feeling that I get. It's a certain type of love that um, certain types of people will show me, where it's a very external, very public show, public display of like, we're tight, we're tight. Are we tight? But are we tight? Because the people that I'm really tight with, they don't even really comment on the live streams. They're not like, if they're there, they're watching quietly. If they have something to say while I'm on the live, they're texting me. So we have the death card. Death of situation or endings. Yep. So they laid their ass in your path. Your horse stepped over them, and now you're the asshole. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? Like you just trying to mind your own business, stay in your own lane, and someone straight laid down in your path. And now you're the asshole. I don't know. Right. We have 10 of Wands in reverse. Difficulties, intrigues, a traitor, deceiver, some losses will occur. So, do you guys know what intrigues are? Intrigues are gossip, drama, like BS drama. Um, Let me go ahead and get the technical definition. Oh, define intrigue. Arouse the curiosity or interest of, fascinate, make secret plans to do something illicit or detrimental to someone. Hmm. These bitches. I'm just saying, let me read that again. Make secret plans to do something illicit or detrimental to someone. Should we define illicit? I think I would be an amazing elementary school teacher. Forbidden by law, rules, or custom. They're fucking testing you. The lover's card pops up. This is not about love. This is about tests. This card can represent a test that you are going through. Do you want this to be you, Pisces? Death or ending of a situation or a relationship. This needs to end. You got the death card, you have the 10 of swords card. This needs to end. This upside down logic that you should be the one carrying their load. It's not your job to help them learn how to be human beings with dignity, with a sense of self, a sense of self worth, self value, self love. That's not your job. That's not your sticks to carry. I mean, I'm to the point where if people don't stop with like bringing their sticks over to me and just dumping them in front of me, um I'm gonna just start building a fucking clubhouse with that shit. How you gonna hate from the outside of the club? You can't even get in. That's gonna be on the door. I'm gonna start building a clubhouse with all these fucking sticks that other people expect me to carry for them because why? Because I'm a nice person. That's why. So, have you ever stopped to consider for yourself why these people do the things they do to you? Is it because you're mean? Is it because you're not dependable? Is it because you don't ever give? No, it's because you're nice. Well, let me show you how nice I can be as I fuck your ass up. I mean, I can say please and thank you and be accommodating as I fucking shove your ass out the house. You don't get to stay in my fortress. You don't get to stay in my clubhouse. This is my sacred space. Okay. This is my sacred space. So, yo, Pisces, you don't need any more guidance after that. You already know what's up. Okay. You already know what's up. You already know the people that have been pulled out of your life. And okay, I don't know why I was shuffling. 3 more cards fell out. Ace of Swords, frustrations, double-edged sword, hollow victory. Just because they frustrate you, just because they think that they had an opportunity to try and like publicly embarrass you, um, I don't get embarrassed. That's very hard to do. But when you do that, when you attempt to engage me in a public manner, I mean, I take that as a sign that you volunteered for me to teach people a lesson through your example. It's true. I mean, why else would you do that? So whatever they think they've accomplished and um, whatever they recently did to you, they didn't accomplish shit. Hmm. I kind of feel like at some point soon, they're probably going to come back and like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I didn't know. That's not my problem. People might be like, "Oh my god, you're so super de-duper, like, harsh," and no, I'm done playing games and trying to be excessively nice to people who have done nothing but take advantage of my niceness. So how is that wrong? How is that wrong? Why is it that we exist within societies who would rather protect the person who is abusing another? I mean, heaven forbid you say someone's name that's abusing you. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid you speak your truth and allow people to hear, to have you verbally verify what's probably already being suspected regarding ill treatment of you. I'm just saying. Card number 21, the world, overseas trip, money, luck, world in the palm of your hand, new opportunities. So this is two messages. They recognize you have the world in the palm of your hand and they see new opportunities for new ways to slither back in. No. One way door. One way only. One way only. That's it. Once you're out, you are out. That doesn't mean that I'm going to keep a grudge. That doesn't mean I'm going to be so fixated and looking for ways to, get back at you. No, once you're out, you're out. The greatest punishment, if you are the kind of Pisces that has the ability to love in such an elevated way, the most potent, most painful punishment you could ever inflict on someone is by leaving. That's it. Just leave. Just walk away. Not walking away to punish, walking away knowing you deserve more than what's being offered at the table you are sitting at. Hey, if you're serving food that is not compatible with my digestive system, I will not sit there and continue to eat things that poison my sacred space. I mean, how many times have I gone to a restaurant and all of their food being offered on the menu had items that I could not eat? Did I cuss out the restaurant? Did I feel angry? No. It's, oh, well, they don't have anything here for me, so I'll eat somewhere else. No biggie. Same thing with connections with other people. Whatever time you spend with them, you are eating from plates they are serving. What type of energy are they infusing that food with, that spiritual food with? If you're at a restaurant and you see the chef has gone to the bathroom and they didn't wash their hands before going back to work, are you going to continue to eat there? I'm sorry, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I don't, thank you. No. Thank you. No. It's the only thing I can think of. Thank you. No, I'm not going to eat whatever you touch. No, thank you. So, this is really about testing you to see where your new boundaries are. This is about you recognizing when opportunities are being placed before you, where one of your options is yourself. When one of the options presented on the table of options is you need to 100% of the time choose you. It doesn't matter what it is. Choose you. You're going to live a very long life with plenty of other people to come and harass you, come and, do all kind of things that these people who are being taken out of your life are doing. There will never be a shortage for as long as you live. There will never be a shortage of people like that who will treat you that way, who will dismiss you in that manner, who will abuse your generosity. Now, does this mean this world sucks? And no, it means stop holding on to the very people who are injecting you with toxins. Don't worry. Yes, you might need a little time to mourn their absence, but there will be another toxic person who takes their place. And this will continue until you get to the point where you choose for yourself something other than toxicity. This is not suddenly going to appear on the menu of your life. This is something you have to choose. This is something where you have to ask that spiritual chef in that spiritual kitchen, "Excuse me, chef, do you have anything else? Because I'm not compatible with these foods. Is there anything else that you can offer?" Just saying. This is not about the other person. This reading, although it seems as though it's focused on someone else doing bad to you, no, this reading is focused on acknowledging what your intuition has already been telling you, but you keep dismissing it. You keep trying to talk yourself down and talk them up because you see the potential in them and you believe in that potential more than you believe in the reality you're seeing of who they are. Not everyone will tap into their potential, and we all have to be okay with that. There is nothing wrong with people not tapping into their potential. Okay. That's their choice, their journey, their choice, not for you to decide for them. All right. So I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. All right, guys. If you could please give this video a thumbs up, that would be amazing. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Select the all option and join me when I'm live. Just another thing. I'm looking for an SMS way, like a text alert option that I can give you guys. It wouldn't be paid. I don't believe that they're paid. But it would give me the ability to text whatever number you sign up with right before I go live. Because I know a lot of people, they don't get their notifications and then they're like, "Oh, I wanted to be there when you were live." Sorry. YouTube and Facebook does that a lot. So I'm still looking into one that I can use internationally. The one that I found this morning was just the US. What? Okay. So I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye.